Next up from Why We Dream, we'll be talking about the Western scientific, I guess I was gonna say discovery, but maybe not so much discovery as like confirmation of eye movements being linked with dream heavy stage of sleep. Because before this, it was already from like occult traditions and stuff like that, linking like eye movements and sleep being like closely related to dreaming, but it was never proven, like in a lab setting. So this was actually first discovered in 1953, which I didn't know. After this, we'll talk about another study that was done in the 70s, which I think is a lot more popular nowadays. But this guy, Eugene Azarinsky, in the 50s, is the one who coined the term REM for rapid eye movement. A funny kind of side note is he almost called it JEM for jerky eye movement, but because of what the term jerking can refer to, he didn't want to go with that. And, shit, I had no idea that, jerking off as a phrase was around all the way since the 50s, but apparently it was. So anyway, he had people sleeping in a sleep lab, and when their eyes were going back and forth a lot, he would wake them up, and that's when they were most reliably report back that they were dreaming. He also made note here too that I wasn't totally aware of this, that these jerky or rapid eye movements are also they do also happen at different stages of sleep. It's just a lot more common and way more consistent in the classic REM stage. Then in the 70s, which I think is kind of like the more popular one, at least the one that I've heard more often referenced, was a study done by William Dement. So he had another person, in a sleep lab again, like a couple decades later. And so he was watching this person sleep, and this person's eye movements went back and forth really distinctly, like all the way left, all the way right, 26 times in a row. So right after seeing that, William went ahead and woke the guy, and he's like, hey, like, what was happening in your dreams? And he's like, oh, I was dreaming of like watching a ping pong match and just watching the ball go back and forth. So this also highlights a couple things. So it proves that, your eyes are actually looking, like they're linking up to where you're looking in the dream, right? Is also where they're moving, like in your waking life body. But also that there is some kind of random jerky movement to it as well. So it's not like they only look wherever you're looking within the dream. There's apparently got some jerking or rapidness going on, regardless.